Excellent. All right. I'm going to start this way and go around. Halt. The place beyond is a place of peace and succour. None may enter here that bear ill will to the others that are already therein. State your name, and that I may announce you.
Arcanus.
Chris.
Rebecca.
Cody.
Joy.
And come you here with civil and honorable intentions?
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Then I welcome you, companions. All right. So you're going to come here to the gate, walk in through the gate, and then go to where I direct you. We'll start with Tim. Make sure you always walk around the grove clockwise. So Tim, come to these two pillars for me. Walk that way around. Stop right over where I have everything. Christopher next. You're going to walk all the way around and come back here and stop by this pillar. Same, follow him. You're both resonating at wind today. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to stop over there where water is. You're going to do the same thing, stop over there where fire is. Is anybody a member of another occult order?
I'm sorry?
Is anybody another member of another occult order?
As in a group?
Yes.
Jordan. Yes.
Okay. We welcome you, colleague Joy. Always want to be friendly to people who get words, part of the symbology. From the gods to the land to us. From us to the land to the gods. A gift for a gift. Apart. Okay, up to the clan. Alright, so at this point we have done the opening. Everyone's in. You saw me do the pre-work, which you didn't record. I'm now setting up the boundaries to keep everybody inside safe. I'm going to be right behind you. That'll hold? Sort of. Okay. So guys, the problem with doing the ceremonies for the 8 seasonal days is since you don't do them every week, they're a little unfamiliar. Here. Here. This circle is now held fast by my power and my honor. No unbidden spirit may enter here. By the wind, wood, and wave, by the sacred fire within, by the airplane passing overhead, I call to myself the powers to work peace and comfort, to do good and healing, to learn and to know, for all under the sun, the moon, and the stars, in every land and in every person, for the best outcome for all. What power I am given I shall, in trust return, in wisdom and in justice, not that I may harm others, but that none may harm us. For this work we begin, may the results be for a good end. Let the powers attend as I am about to open a grove of Druids in this place. The first duty of Druids assembled in the sacred grove is to proclaim peace to the 4 quarters of the world. for without peace our work cannot proceed. I proclaim peace in the east. I proclaim peace in the south. I proclaim peace in the west. I proclaim peace in the north. The four quarters are at peace. Our holy work is about to begin. Purifications. Let all within this grove be purified by the powers of the air. May all within this grove be purified by the powers of the fire. Let all within this grove be purified with the powers of the water. Let all within this grove be purified with the powers of the earth. I appreciate you guys doing that. That's actually not necessary.
Thinking gladiator.
Grabbing the sand. Well, if you have to hold stuff, you get stuff dirty. It's expensive.
Way to bind the earth to everything. That's out.
I now invoke the blessings of the mighty ones, which have been the words that have been the bond amongst all Druids. Grant, O holy ones, thy protection, and in protection strength, and in strength understanding, and in understanding knowledge, and in the knowledge of justice, and in the knowledge of justice the love of it, and in that love the love of all that exists, and the love of all that exists, the love of the earth, our mother, and of all goodness. At this point in the prayer, in Druid tradition, we tend to say a word, A-O-N, which is a Welsh word that invokes the divine inspiration. You chant it like you would chant Om. A-O-N, like that. You can do it 3 times. If you all would please chant it 3 times together with me after we're done coughing. You good?
No.
And true to Druid form, no ritual happens without a hiccup. First, the airplanes. You sure you're okay? Or the flu? All right, we'll get through this quick. Ready?
A-O-N. 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 Now at this point, what we have done is we have set aside a space, we prepped that place, we prepped ourselves, everything's in tune, we're now ready to receive the benefits of the gods, and now we get to the actual, what some people call the hermetic part of the work. Almost every Druid order has something like this. The words for this are my own and represent my own progress. With the rays of dawn, with the smell of spring, with the shoots that climb to greet the sun, I call to friend Raven flying in the east. I call to our ancestor, Lu, the many-skilled. I call to the messenger, Raphael, master of the winds. With my kin, I invoke the air, its power, its essence, its knowledge. There it is. We thank the air for its gifts. Next should be great. Yes. With the morning mists, with the rains of autumn, with the colored leaves that fall to swim in the streams, I call to friend Salmon hiding in the west. I call to our ancestor, Manamana, Maclear, the navigator. I call to the messenger, Gabriel, master of the waves. With my kin, I invoke the water, its power, its essence, and its wisdom. We thank the water for its gifts. With the high noon sun, with the bright days of summer, with the forest flowers that open to the light, I call to friend Roe, running in the south. I call to our ancestor, Bridget, the poet huntress. I call to the messenger, Michael, master of the flames. With my kin, I invoke the fire, its power, its essence, and its passions. There it is. We thank the fire for its gifts. With the afternoon ease, with the fields of harvest, with the cool approach of winter, I call to friend cow grazing in the north. I call to our ancestor, Danu, the All-Mother. I call to her the messenger, Uriel, master of all born of the woods and soil. With my kin, I invoke the earth, its power, its essence, and its stability. We thank the earth for its gifts. With the fading rays of dusk, with the deep, shadowy caves, with the metals of the mountains, I call to friend Bear sleeping below us. I call to our hero, Artos, the Boy King. I call to the messenger, Zadkiel, master of justice. With my kin, I receive the spirit below, its power, its essence, and its renewal. We thank the spirit below for its gifts. With the dreaming veil of night and the dance of the stars, sun, and planets, with the vastness of the heavens beyond the clouds, I call to friend Owl watching us in silence. I call to our hero, Merdrin, the Druid teacher. I call to the messenger, the Bat Quol, mistress of the revelations. With my kin, I receive the spirit above, its power, its essence, and its reverence. We thank the spirit above for its gifts. With the changing yet constant moon and the marriage of above and below, with the triad of time, we call to friend Dragon, the breather of life and of magic. I call to our hero, Gwenhwyvar, the healer queen. I call to Shekinah, the presence of God. With Aowen, I receive the spirit within. With the universe without us and within us, may all be at harmony. The sacred grove is open, the elements are invoked, our friend totems are with us, our messengers give us guidance, and our heroes watch, waiting to tell of our deeds. The Aowen moves and is moved. Our holy work is now beginning. Each one of you now, silently, think of concern you wish to place in the hands of the holy ones, and leave it here. When you're done, just signal by raising your hand. Excellent. Now, each one of you here, speak a blessing upon someone amongst us in this grove. I'll start, show you how it's done. I'm going to speak a blessing on Rebecca, who apparently just caught the flu. Get better. It's that simple. Your turn.
Actually, it's for all.
That'll work too.
214 for prosperity.
Prosperity for all.
Of health, wealth, and spirituality.
Why don't you go over and catch that, because the mic may not catch.
I would wish also for the whole group protection, safety when you travel, safety in any shape or size or whatever, from whatever that's coming around the corner to dog up the street to something a lot bigger, a lot nastier.
Security and peace. I like it.
Security and peace.
Next one.
Say a blessing for Tim and Becca, that you continue to have happiness here in your household, and thank you for being so gracious to host the event.
Anything?
On anybody here.
May 2014 be a year of good booze, good food, and good sex for everyone.
Now you're laughing. Why are you laughing? That's
She
an earthy
expected-
thing.
She expected
Not
no
everything
love
is
from me.
bluebirds and angels on harps. Your turn.
Because I expected what?
You expected no less from me.
Oh, I know.
Your turn.
I would like 2014 to bring everyone happiness, prosperity, and good health.
Okay. Now, one at a time, each of us speak a blessing upon someone not amongst us in this grove. I am going to speak a blessing upon... I hadn't really chosen before Grove started. I should have done that. I'm going to speak a blessing upon one of our friends who isn't here. He goes by the colloquial name of Cowboy. He's having some health problems lately. He recently found some employment, but it's not enough. I'm hoping he finds employment that will match his current physical ability and also his physical needs.
I'd like to give a blessing for my brother. Probably not long for this world, but hopefully his days are filled with happiness.
I'd like to speak a blessing for a group of people that are actually doing ritual right now too. And that they have the blessings that we have also asked for our circle here tonight.
Like a blessing for our friend Paul, who's used to work with us, used to sharing these kinds of events with us, and fortunately he's kind of losing his way, and hopefully he'll find it.
I'd like to send a blessing to my sister. May she find the peace she really needs.
Yourself?
I'd like to speak a blessing on my mother and father. May they get through another year with happiness and health and be here a long time.
And now the hard one. It's easy to ask for yourself and for your friends, but Druids have to serve everyone. So, now one at a time, speak a blessing upon someone that you are currently in conflict with.
That's a hard one.
That's why it's in the ritual. I hereby speak a blessing upon my employer who has decided to once again butt heads with me over several issues. The reason why we're butting heads is not entirely the two of us. It is some stuff going on in other aspects of their life. I pray that those get relieved so they can start to think clearly again.
From an only adversary. I guess I wish blessings on the IRS. May they be gentle and firm with those who have excess in abundance.
I guess I would wish for my, this is going to sound so paranoid, people that don't like me can actually see who I am as opposed to who they think I am. So clarity of interpersonal relationships.
I'd say a blessing for my former Justicia, that she's able to find the peace that she's looking for.
I give a blessing to my sister and hope she finds the peace she desperately needs.
I send a blessing to my brother Michael and hope that he is doing better than he was and not in the same situation.
Okay. The last question that the Grove will work at tonight, before we get to the recitation of the holy meditations for the holy day, is let us now all speak of something that we shall do together. Now, some of you, this is the first time you attend a Grove, so this is how this works. There is a colloquialism known in pagan circles that ask a Druid opinion, get 3 answers from the same Druid. Druids love to talk. I guess we're kind of like Jews. We like to kvetch. So what we're going to do, I'm sorry, not kvetch. Kvetch is complaining. Kibetz. We like to kibetz. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about something we'd like to do. I'm going to give a topic for suggestion. We kick it back and forth, and we all have a consensus about what's okay. That's what we direct our energy of this right to. With things I've seen going on in the local area, it has come to my attention there are many charities and many PR attempts by other religions to reach out to people, try to convince them to take their worldview, and that sometimes these attempts can be, rather than an actual charitous endeavor or religious intent and spiritual intent, they can actually be indoctrination attempts. And there seems to be right now in the local area an attempt by other religions to put their stamp of their faith on everybody, and heaven forbid you differ from them. And since we're close to what Christians call the Christmas season, I'm sure you've seen this occasionally. I mean, we've got the Fox News thing claiming Santa's white. Of course Santa and Jesus are white, right? Yeah, okay. But the point is, that kind of attitude, that kind of, I don't like your worldview because it's different than mine, therefore I can't trust you, that has been the bane of human existence ever since our old tribal days as hunter-gatherers, and I would like to see in our modern world, with the modern technology we have and our modern way to communicate, I'd like to see that be mitigated or done away with. And so I suggest we put our energy towards that, towards better understanding and acceptance and true tolerance. The true tolerance that says, even if you don't agree with me, I'm okay with that, as long as you don't try to convince me to believe like you believe. Anybody else have ideas?
Very tight local community is very important. Very important.
He used to be a part of the Pasco Pagan, so that was a
So
rather large group.
I'm unclear.
for
Are
a
you
while.
suggesting we put our energy towards making the community bonds stronger amongst?
Yes.
Okay, I like that one too.
Yeah. Yes, I agree with
going
what
with
you're
him?
saying. I'm whatever I can do to help.
Okay.
I'd like to see people be brought closer together, but still being able to respect differences.
Okay.
We're allowed to express our opinion, yay or
Yeah.
nay?
Yeah, open growth.
Okay. I don't necessarily think that it's gonna be able to do, pure tolerance. I do not believe that that's the nature of a human mind, but I think it would be cool if we could learn to at least live with something we can't tolerate, which is actually kind of tolerating in itself, isn't it?
Yeah, tolerance is not the same thing as condoning something.
Yeah.
So it sounds like we're in of a mind of it sounds to me being the officiator that we are like halfway between saying we want to kind of focus on local community bonds or we want to do this tolerance thing.
Actually, I'm more pro towards, I'm sorry, I forget your name, sir.
Tim.
Tim's theory
Community
of
bonds?
working on a local bond.
4,
There's only
3. Okay, then here's what I suggest we do then. Let's direct our energy for this ceremony to the local bonds. Now, it's one thing to say we're going to magically come together and do this spell for this and this ritual, but in the Druid tradition, anything spiritual has to have a material component to it as well, so that the two intermarry and make a third thing. That third thing becomes born. That third thing that's born now becomes reality. So we've said we're going to direct our spiritual, mental energies to this. What are we going to do physically to make that happen? Oh yes, because just lighting the fire is going to help. May I suggest that since I have already started along this path of starting to network with other local people through Facebook and other things like that, can I suggest then that we all kind of, if we each know someone that might be interested or someone who's curious, that the next event we have, we all push someone towards coming?
No, I won't push somebody.
Well, I shouldn't say push.
Invite.
Invite.
Right.
Okay.
I don't
Sound like a plan?
push anybody.
I know a lot of local individuals and independents, and I know a couple of the covens around still. I got no qualms with it if you guys are open to them showing up.
So now we have our material and our spiritual component. We're set. Okay, now since
I'm
that's...
thinking more of a meet and greet,
Yeah,
Not
that's what he
necessarily,
was talking
not
about
a-
the other day.
yeah,
It's
not a
funny that you
ritual.
brought that up.
but a meet and greet.
Okay.
We need to
informal.
talk later tonight, sir.
Yeah.
All right. Our work is nearing its finish. Take a few moments now and concentrate on the things that we have spoken and see them coming true. Now, normally this section of the ritual I'm about to do isn't done except on one of the 8 big solar holy days of the Druid calendar. So this actually makes the ritual time a little longer than it normally would be. And as I said earlier, as the 8 big holy days only come around once a year each day, you get used to only doing them once a year. I'm not very familiar with this script, so I'm going to read it straight from the handbook. And for those listening, this is from the Druidry Handbook by John Michael Greer. If you don't have it, buy it. The turning of the year, let me start that again. This turning of the year wheel marks the shortest day and greatest night, the lowest hinge of the year, when the sun completes his descent into darkness and begins his return. The Mabon is born in darkness, small and still. The star is lit in the heart of the rose, and new fire returns in the place of light. The first ray of the reborn sun descends into the earth's womb in the great mound of Angus. It was on this day, likewise, that Arthur began and fulfilled the circle of his destiny across the 12 degrees of the turning table of the stars. And on this day shall he begin it anew in time to come. It is for this reason that this day is called Alban Arthuan, the light of Arthur. From the point of light in the midst of darkness unfolds the creation of all things, the revolution of all that is past towards the new good. On this day, I invoke... Do I want to use the Welsh or do I want to use the Irish? I use the Welsh. On this day I invoke Hu Gadarn, Hu the mighty, the infinitely great and infinitely small, master of the shining stars and of the great deep, high God of the Druid mysteries. Hu, Hu, Hu. Join us in the circle of the grove. Grant us your blessings and receive our blessings in return. Watch over us and over the living world. Protect, cherish, and guide all existences in the turning of the year's wheel now that is before us. Take a few moments and see if you can't feel the sensation of the God amongst us. In the presence of the God, I bear the offering and augury of plenty. From the green realms of the earth, Mother, the spirits of nature gather gifts for our sustenance, each in its own place in the wheel of the turning year. On this day of Alban Arthuan, behold, the horn of plenty, emblem of the abundant gifts of nature, and the mistletoe, symbol of the presence of divinity in all things. With these symbolic gifts, may there be blessings upon the earth forever. From the earth, her never-failing promise. From the holy kindreds, their gifts of will and grace. We receive with thanks the mistletoe that represents the ever-renewed blessing of the gods and all goddesses. From all that is given, we give in turn. Those who have established the turnings of the silent stars, who place the seal of their blessing on the living earth and lift up its children to inscrutable heights, have given to all without tribute and demand no price. May we all be worthy of that which is given us. With thanks, we receive the blessings of who? Cat.
Probably.
With the horn of plenty, I bring you health, wealth, and peace. Take a sip and pass it around.
Really?
Yes, I know.
It
You
is,
couldn't discover that. You couldn't intuit that. I know.
It's called the flu.
Yeah.
That's how I say pass our glass.
Well, she's got a glass already filled with the pipe, so dump some in there and we'll send it
That's
over.
what I'm saying.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's
Just
probably
doing
better.
our contaminated here.
Oh, what's a little influenza amongst Druid friends? Thank you.
You don't
Difference
want
between
this.
whether or not you're
You
working.
gonna share that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody needs to work. Flu or no flu.
And we won't need you so much this time.
Oh, thank you. Yes, the last time we did this, I had like half the horn left. I'll take that while you drink, Joy.
Oh, that's good.
Now, you brewed this one yourself, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I thought.
That one's absolutely delicious.
It's a nice stout.
All right, take the tab.
Yum.
Aged well. Yeah, so let it sit for a little while.
And now, the Druid equivalent of chug, chug, chug.
Whatever you can't finish, I'll happily finish.
Oh, yeah. Almost a full keg in
There's
there.
at least a half a keg in there. So. Plenty.
That one was quite delicious, I must admit. I love a stout.
That was good. Light
From the
went
deeds
out.
done. She says still be recording. Yep. Okay.
Okay, sorry.
From deeds done well and true, our heroes made, and from lives lived just and gracious, our legends spun. May each of you here earn a place in song from deeds of love and bravery. Let the powers attend. I am about to close a grove of druids in this place. Peace prevails among the four corners of the earth and throughout the grove. Let any power yet remaining be returned to the earth for its blessing. Now, normally we would close the grove at this point, the ceremony we do with the sword, but since we actually have a fire pit tonight, there's one other thing I'd like to add. In the Celtic countries of old, it was not uncommon to show your appreciation to the spirits by depositing something either in a lake or burning it in a fire. And this actually goes on today in other there we go. In other forms of paganism. Asatru has the thing where they throw stuff into the fire. Many pagans will bury something or break something. In Judeo-Christian tradition, the renting of the clothes or the breaking of a vessel actually was a symbol, usually to someone who had died, that you were thinking of them. I've got some 3x5 cards here. What I want you to do is put a personal glyph or message to the spirits and the holy ones on it from you, representing your gratitude. We're going to put it in the fire and light that sucker up, because we know from history that the Druids used fire as the symbol of all light and all goodness. You know what? Let me see if I have a second pen I can use the light on that one, just someone might be able to see. I do! I was prepared. My Boy Scout instincts are coming true. Yes, as you can see, Druid rituals are not, at least here in the States, are not exactly very solemn. Well, I'm not going to look. I'm going to put the light down for you. I'm not watching you.
Okay, honey?
I gotta go to the bathroom.
We're almost done.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Damn.
Yeah, this one takes a long... Normally this ritual takes about 15 to 20 minutes, but since we have 2 extra sections for the holy day, it's taking a little longer. You got it?
Yeah.
And you have that pen?
Just hold
Keep it.
it.
We're all going to throw it in the fire and then light it up.
I do not break circles.
Nice binder in.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's come over here. I'm going to put this right down here for you. And I'm going to hold that while you draw your glyph. I'm going to draw mine.
A glit?
Glyph. A symbol. Or symbol of you.
A symbol of me.
You might want to go ahead and go get the sword.
This way?
Yeah. Always clockwise. And stay there at the north.
Unsheath?
Keep it sheathed right now.
Okay.
Hold that light for me. Too many hands, I know. Alrighty.
That's
if
mine.
You all give me your cards. I'm going to fold them. I'll put those in the fire for our offering to the holy ones. You had to make a football?
It's a pyramid. Excuse
Oh,
me.
okay. I get it. Alrighty.
Want me to light her up?
Not just yet. Hold that for me, sir. Thank you. And the ending. Does one go?
That's what I get for inviting a lot of powerful people. The energy wants to keep scattering rather than going to a simple point today. So you're going to stay there. Good. All right.
From the rising sun, 3 rays of light. From the living earth, 3 stones of witness. From the eye and mind and the hand, the wisdom, 3 rowan staves of all knowledge. From the fire of the sun, the forge. From the bones of the earth, the steel. And from all of these, from the hand of the wise, the shaping, and from these, draw the sword, Excalibur. Lift it aloft. By the sword of swords, we pledge our service and our faithful service to the living earth, our mother, to the tribe of humans, our brothers and sisters, and to the cause of peace, which is our path. Walk around 3 times. Walk around once. Ahoen, Ahoen, Ahoen. And that's it.